One of the biggest challenges when doing your hair or anybody else's is understand how to part the hair. Depending on the style that you're going for, precision parting is going to be one of the main things that allows your hairstyle to look as clean as possible. So today I'm going to be giving you a few tips and tricks on how to properly part your hair, as well as a few hacks that hopefully make it a little bit easier. Because my hair is already braided, I'm going to be giving you an example today on a doll, but definitely consider doing everything that I show you on this doll on yourself as well, because it applies the same principles. I will also be using the Braid Aid today just to part because it's a little bit easier and I love the way it feels when it glides through the hair. The first step, whether you're using a comb or a Braid Aid, is to make sure that you have a good stable position. Place your Braid Aid or your comb firmly exactly where you want to part. What I'm going with right now is going to be my middle part. So if I was doing this on myself, I would draw a small line up my nose to try to get as close to the center as possible. And that's the same thing that I'm doing with her. We're going to go straight up her nose, and that brings us directly to her center part. Now that I found the middle, I'm gonna again make sure that my Braid Aid is stable, it's firm, and I am going to put pressure on the scalp as I try to pull her hair straight back. And what that's gonna do is create a pre-part directly down the center. Now, one of the key things when it comes to parting that I see all the time is when people try to part, they release the pressure. They put the pressure on the hair for a little bit, and then they lift it, and then they try to go back down, and then they lift it again, and all that does is create a mess, okay? If you're trying to create a straight line, make sure that the pressure stays on the scalp the entire time that your comb or your Braid Aid is moving. Once you get the pre-part that you're looking for, it should take one time to achieve this pre-part. That's why it's called a pre-part, because it is the first initial part that you start with. After we get that pre-part, now it's time to clean it up. You can just go through and take out all those tiny hairs and make it straighter and straighter and straighter. You're not creating any new lines. You're just gonna go over the pre-part that you already created and just kind of clear any extra hairs out of the way. The last few tips and hacks that I want to tell you when you're trying to part your own hair is to pay attention to your facial features, right? As you can see, when I tried to part down the middle, I started with the line of my nose because that's what takes me to the middle of my head. If I wanted to do a side part, a key point is really paying attention to the arch of your eyebrow. I would take my side part to about right here if I was going to do it on my right side, and same thing for the left, finding the arch of my eyebrow and bringing that, boom, right to the side. Try these tips the next time that you're trying to do your hair or someone else's. Like and follow, and I'll see you next time.